Recurrent problems about failures of critical equipment, including CT scans, dialysis machines. As we speak, the radiotherapy machine has been out of service for 3 months. Speaker, the person who's supposed to be the patron of Kenyatta has run away from Kenyatta and is now using police to take over Nairobi Hospital. He's telling us he's a patron of a private hospital. I am asking myself very many questions, Honorable Speaker. How is it possible for a head of state, a national government, to take over a private facility? So the questions that have been raised by Honorable Hamida require very serious answers, Honorable Speaker. If you are telling us that you are the patron of all these important private businesses, I remember there were businesses like Nakumat here. They collapsed, Honorable Speaker. And we never saw police being sent into, Nakumat to be able to take over the affairs of Nakumat. In fact, even at Kenyatta itself, with all these problems that we've listed, Honorable Speaker, when was the last time you had the board of Kenyatta being arrested and taken to court? And the most annoying thing, Honorable Speaker, is that if you look at the membership of that board, these are old men, people with the proper professional records, senior doctors in this country. They are arrested over the weekend, Honorable Speaker. And the president himself confirms that he's the one who sent the police. Speaker, when President Ruto was campaigning, he told us that the era of the use of state security agencies to intimidate and to harass people would be a thing of the past. When he stands up and confirms his Mambo ni Matatu philosophy in handling of private disputes, we have a reason to worry. Which is why we continue to urge that, Honorable Speaker, this country can never be about shiny things. You are building as a railway. It is ours anyway. It is our money. But you are arresting 80-year-old doctors to take over a private facility. Na yako imekushinda. The national referral hospitals, such as Kenyatta and Moi in Eldoret, Honorable Speaker, are in dire conditions. When will the board of Kenyatta ever be arrested, Honorable Speaker, for these critical failures? We have queues at Kenyatta. People are sleeping on the floors. There are no wards. And then you go and tell us that you are the patron of a private facility and therefore you are going to take over it. These are the issues, Honorable Speaker, that point us to misplaced priorities and the fact that this government has totally lost its way. Speaker, as bandits run around Marsabit and the other countries, do you know there were 2 police land cruisers which were sent to Narok town to disrupt a political rally by elected members of this house, including myself and Senator Ososi. As the bandits run around there, in those areas I've mentioned, Honorable Speaker, would you believe it that if you pass outside Diary Restaurant, Tuju's restaurant on Ngong Road, there are 4 police land cruisers permanently stationed there for the past 1 week? Murkomen, surely, as a former member of this house, we expect, especially from the younger leadership, that we will be able to demonstrate that we can run a country. Speaker, what is happening in this country is unacceptable. And we want all Kenyans to know that don't be deceived by those shiny things like railways and stadiums. We need to put in place a government that will put the safety and well-being of all individual Kenyans ahead of everything else. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Senators, we are going to spend only 20 minutes on comments of statements. And I see a lot of names on the dashboard. So I would ask the following, the senators that are going to speak for not more than 3 minutes. Senator Boni Kalwale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the matter raised by Senator Hamida, that Dr. Obwaka was arrested because of the good work that he's doing at Nairobi Hospital. We are very unhappy. He's our senior colleague. He was our consultant when we were interns. He was our lecturer. Dr. Obwaka at 80 years plus has absolutely no reason, Mr. Speaker, to want to wish the collapse of Nairobi Hospital. When I heard about it, I went to Muliro Gardens at 7 p.m. that evening. The place was deserted in Kakamega. And I looked in the sky, looked at the sun, and asked myself, is this the same garden where I stood and asked the people that we want to vote change? Mr. Speaker, it cannot be right that we arrest professionals who have, in fact, Dr. Obwaka, for information, Mr. Speaker, has no interest in the small money you see around. The guy succeeded financially long time ago. Mr. Speaker, the issue raised by the Senator of Vihiga about the conduct of police. Under the Police Code of Conduct, a policeman is supposed to act with integrity, honor, and fairness. The same police officers who are now doing collaboration with gangs and goons in Vihiga, because we border with Vihiga longest, are the same ones who come to Kakamega in the night using police land cruisers, Mr. Speaker, to collect soil of gold to go and do business. They are the same ones, Mr. Speaker, who come and raid our villages when our elders and others are enjoying traditional beer. They come and harass them, and the alcohol they take, Mr. Speaker, they go and sell at their own joints, which they have done with some unscrupulous people. There must be order in the police force. Otherwise, I see them harassing my kid brother, Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna cannot even hurt a fly. He's very fluent in English, speaks very good Kiswahili, not to mention Kiluya. Let him do his thing. He is enjoying the freedom of choice, freedom of association, freedom of speech, for which his grandfather fought. His grandfather, Henry Pius Masinda Mliro, they're the ones who fought for this nation. You cannot deny his great-grandchild from enjoying the fruits of that struggle. Mr. Speaker, I'm calling these people out.
Senator Manzo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to comment on Senator Otsosi's statement on the security situation in the country, Mr. Speaker, and say on top of that, Meru, where Meru borders with other counties, there has been cattle rustling, and quite a number of people from that region have been attacked and killed, and their animals driven away, Mr. Speaker. We know that cattle rustling is being prevented in some parts of this country and should be a thing of the past now. Some people do it as a matter of culture, but in the real sense, it is robbery with violence. Mr. Speaker, we should see police action in those areas, and we should make sure that as a Senate, through this statement, that people in Kenya live safely. The most important thing for the government is to prevent and make sure that people's lives are not lost carelessly, or people are not injured by the system. And Mr. Speaker, is very annoying, to see that happen while we purport to build the roads. If quite a number of young people are kidnapped and killed, who are you building the railway for? If you are doing the housing project and people are dying very carelessly across the country, massively, if it is not floods, Mr. Speaker, which we expected and we knew will come, and the weather forecast is there, the drainage system is bad, Mr. Speaker. And as you drive innocently in Nairobi streets, you find yourself in a river, you are alone in a small car, and you end up being swept away. What are you building the houses for, Mr. Speaker? So I think the sanctity of life must be given priority. Police should be retrained. They should be called into order. The minister should get serious now and make sure that all these areas from Otsosi's county, Meru County, in Makueni, and many other places where people are being killed by gangs who closely work with the police, Mr. Speaker. And the most unfortunate thing, Mr. Speaker, any murder case you are investigating in the country, and I've got 2-3 cases in Makueni, at times the police work with the criminals. They arrest the wrong person, and they keep the murderer safe. Even when you give information where he's hiding, police go there and they report he has escaped or they did not see anybody. So then who will you prosecute? And the moment you leave a murderer loose, Mr. Speaker, he's going to kill more and more people while the police collude and work with the criminals. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I do support.
Abbas Sheikh Mohammed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to